show you guys how to do these later. She then came up with some concepting around what it was going to be. So the home page has like a little guy. Her whole thing was attaching mood to the time that, or the things that she used, the products that she spent. So what was I feeling at a time when I used a certain thing? When I consumed this food, I felt bad. When I consumed this food, I felt good. You know, that kind of thing. She came up with a little interface here for it, which I thought was really good. She even went so far as to like look at the mobile, what the mobile experience looked like. And it's sort of a decision maker. Well, it didn't stop there. It went all the way down into final assignments. Let me see if I can pull hers up.
2 E's, 3 E's.
Okay. So once we finally got down, you know, throughout the course of the semester, we had done several different things. Her concept turned into a, basically this thing. So there's a couple different things. Great ways to lose weight. Wait, this isn't her final, is it? I think it is. Yeah. So it had like food budget, food tracker, a meal planner, a restaurant guide, weight tracker, and coupons.
Wow.
She actually got into the search system, where you could refine by calories, fat, carbs, protein, and fiber. Then got down into pulling in recipes and rating them. Filters, recipe box, what your budget is. You can type, I don't know, chicken under $50, and then I can manipulate all the different things that go into it. Then it went into, so far as actually putting stuff into your menu for your appetizers and things like that. And then getting into a grocery list, which actually told you on the phone, you could, you know, it would all be transferred to your account, and it would tell you what aisle, produce, bakery, bagels. So when you get to the grocery store, you have a really efficient time getting through the grocery store. So this is kind of how it started, right? It started with just tracking stuff, and then we really branched out into all the different things of what she wanted this thing to be. And it was really around struggling, you know, with finances in school and the budget, but still wanting to eat healthy and still wanting to do that. And there's a market for that. There's a market for the budget and health conscious person. And then being efficient when you go to the grocery store, right? How many times do you have a list, but it's not, if you haven't categorized it right, you could, if you just followed the list straight down, I do this all the fucking time, is that I'm bouncing around the grocery store from aisle to aisle, like, shit, I forgot I gotta go back to this aisle, but yet you feel like you're going against the grain.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And then there's people that purposely go against the grain, and you're like, it's not the way the grocery store is laid out. You start with the cooler section, and you end at the other section, right? So, at least
Why
that's
you
how they're
don't start at
supposed
the
to.
cooler section? Then the
Do
things
coolers
aren't
last,
cold
you don't melt.
by the time you leave.
Do the cooler section last.
I'm the guy that goes backwards.
You're going backwards.
Yeah, I probably am. So, well, I go in the parking garage entrance, the Publix over there, right? And you enter in at the cooler section. So I just go and I go left. I guess I should cross to the opposite side and then zigzag back.
Go in the other door.
I just go based on what's.
But the other door's not in the parking garage.
I love that so much. Whatever is where you come in the door is where I start.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Anyway, I digress. The point of that was to show you how her concept evolved over time. It started out with just her tracking, then it went into sort of a little bit more refined, and then even more refined into wireframes by the time we got done. A lot of those things, like her search, all of that was separate projects through our thing. We're going to do search. We did user flows and personas. We really got into who's going to use her site. Okay, who are the people that are actually going to come? What are their names? What do they look like? What are their habits? Do they need to be quick? That's how the grocery store thing came out of it. Like, things come out of all of this process. Then we'll get into wireframing. Okay, so she did search, user flows, then we did scenarios, spent a couple weeks on that, and then wireframing. So, that being said, for your next assignment, it is navigation and sitemaps. Okay, so navigation design. Where is, let's see. I think So here's, I think I just typed it up, I don't know why I didn't. I can basically forward you guys this email. Okay. So there's 4 things due next class. We keep ramping it up throughout the quarter. A sitemap PDF. Okay. Navigation concept. This is the core of your idea, should be the most developed. How are you going to navigate? Don't, if we take a look, I wish we had more time tonight because I'll send out some links when I get home, but there's more ways to navigate than a drop-down menu, right? There's so many interesting sites out there that have really interesting ways to navigate, either spatially or through just multiple different ways. So I'd encourage you to explore that. 2 examples of interacting with the same information on a tablet, and 2 examples of interacting with the same information on a touchscreen or smartphone. We could probably collapse that. I don't think you guys need to do tablet and touchscreen. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Pick one or the other. Pick a tablet or pick a smartphone. So at least 2 examples of how that would work. So you're going to start with your sitemap. And here, let's take a look at it. You have your readings here, sitemap navigation structure. Okay? I'm going to go kind of quickly. I've kept you guys way over. All right, sitemap. Take 72-hour consumption data and translate it into a sitemap structure using, don't use SlickPlan because that's no longer a free tool. What you can use is PowerPoint. There's a hierarchy thing. Everybody used PowerPoint or opened it up?
Yes.
It's probably easiest. There's a template in there called hierarchy. Slide layouts. No, it's called Smart Art Graphics. And then if you, I think it's 1 through 17. Where?
On the
Right there, it says hierarchy.
Oh, there it is.
There you go.
Bam, right there. Okay, sorry, I missed that. Okay, so it would be something like this. Okay, you just lay out your text. This is going to be your home page. These are your 2 categories, and then these are the things within them. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
Add boxes.
So if you have any problems, yeah, you can use it through this thing over here by doing a bullet list of, and then my sister's name is Amanda. Our parents are Susan and Richard. We'll say Richard here. I'm also in this category. My brother's also here. And then Amanda.
So
My
is
mom also gave birth to my brother,
parents
and she's going here as well. And then we had grandparents, and my dad's grandparents. My dad was Floyd. So you can see it's a parent-child relationship is what I'm trying to illustrate there when you're doing nodes and structures like that. So this is then, your family tree. But it's a free website. So you'll be using that to create your sitemap. Navigation structure. There's a couple things I want you guys to look at. HuffingtonPost.com and then HuffingtonPost.com/newsglide. 2 ways of interacting with the same information, 2 different interfaces. And I'll just send you this. You guys can read through it. If you have any questions, give me a call. Does that work?
Yes.
Okay, sorry for keeping you late. Good job.